Hey guys, welcome back to T3 Africa. I'm Albie Preston. Today we will be having a conversation with Abdul. He's from Ghana. He's going to be giving us a little insight on his tech journey of becoming a front-end developer. He's going to be telling us why he joined, what passions he has for tech, and where he hopes to take his tech career in the future. So I hope you stay tuned. I hope you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay tuned. Hi, I'm Albie Preston. Today we're going to be talking and having a conversation with, would you please state your name and where you're from, please?
My name is Abdul Wahab. I'm from Ghana.
Okay, nice to meet you. Would you go ahead and give us a little insight on your tech career and why you decided to join the tech space?
So I think my tech journey started, was it? That's 5 years ago.
Mhm.
Actually, I wasn't an IT person that I wasn't much into IT. And I think I got my first PC that was 6 years or is it 5 years ago. So when I got my first PC, I started enjoy playing games. So playing games was what really pulled me into tech. And after
Yeah,
playing games, I think I kind of fell in love with the tech things. So that was when I even made my mind to maybe further my education and then go deep into IT.
yeah.
That's just the beginning of the journey. There are
Oh.
other insights, but that's the beginning. I have other
Yeah,
information, but that's just the beginning.
yeah, of course. Um,
I
how would
like
you
to move
say,
my microphone. That's why I'm holding it like
no problem. How would you say you acquired your skills? Schooling, self-teaching, or mentoring?
so basically, I think 95% of the knowledge is just self. It's just
Yeah,
self knowledge. It's just I acquired it online because over here in Africa, most of the
mhm,
things they don't teach them in the school. So when you go to the school, it's basically just they just brush you through the introduction. They just talk about maybe the introduction and that's all. But they don't dive deeper into much of the things. So if you want to learn them, you have to just find your own way and just learn.
yeah.
So basically, I'm just self-taught.
Okay. And what are some projects you're working on or that you have worked on?
So currently, I'm working on a project, Antify, and I think I've launched it. It's a software basically I'm developing for basically programmers that are just starting out. You know, when you are starting out, a lot of them they burn out, right?
Yeah.
When they are starting out, like they burn out, and
Mhm.
then a lot of them are using YouTube to learn. Most of them are using YouTube to learn, and then they go on YouTube, and then there's a lot of tutorials out there, and
Yeah.
then they end up going to the tutorial hell and those kind of things, and then their health and their mental distance. So it kind of clicked me, and then I started creating the project based on that, so that the user, if you sign up,
Mhm.
basically it will query courses from YouTube. For example, if I sign up and then I want to take a JavaScript course, basically what
Mhm.
I do is just I'll write the name of the course, JavaScript, and then the software will query courses from JavaScript, and then it will populate the playlist. And then I'll look at those playlists. They are from YouTube, they are courses from YouTube, but
Yeah.
they'll be displayed on the software rather than the user going to YouTube. Everything will be on the software so that the user can just select the course,
Yeah.
and then it will schedule all the lessons from one till the end so that the
Okay.
user will have more like a roadmap to follow. And then there's a lot of things on the software, but that's just the main functionality.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So it basically just does the hard work instead of looking for videos, it just brings it all to you. That
Yes.
that's cool. What are some advice you would give upcoming generation or anybody trying to get into the tech space?
So I think I've come into contact with a lot of beginner developers
Yeah.
because I have a YouTube channel and a lot of them have been reaching out to me. And I think basically what I've experienced is that most of them they are starting out, but they want to learn everything together. The person is just starting out, and then the person want to learn front end, back end, machine learning. And if you ask the person don't kind of like have a target. It's
Yeah.
just like you want to shoot an arrow, right? And then you have your bow, and then you have the target where you want to shoot the arrow to go. So
Right.
most of them they don't have the target, and then they want to
Mhm.
shoot, and
Yeah.
then they end up what? They end up not even learning anything because the person is just, maybe you are learning front end this month, and then the next month you are jumping straight into front end. And I always tell a lot of them that when you look at any of this skill set, for example, front end or back end or machine learning, they are always, it takes time. It takes time
Mhm.
for you to master just one of them, just a single of them. And then you are starting out, and then you want to like master everything. So I always tell them that if you are starting out, just try to focus on one skill. Find the skill that you want to focus, just focus on it. And
Mhm.
once you master it, then you can just expand, and then you can learn the other skills. But if you are just starting out, just start with just one skill, and then you have to have patience to, just you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You have to have patience, because if you don't have patience, you just quit. And now everything is just easy, because
Mhm.
when I started, ChatGPT wasn't there, right? And if you are learning to code, and then you kind of like come in contact with a bug or something, or an
Mhm.
error, it it can usually take you a week for you to debug it. But right
Yeah.
now we have ChatGPT and AI. You just copy the code, give it to it, and then it handles everything for you. So right
Yeah.
now everything is just easy.
Yeah. That's that's true. What are you more sufficient in, front end, back end? What's your specialties?
So I'm a front end developer. I'm
Okay.
just basically a front end developer. I just do it only front end.
Okay. What are some challenges you face, or more so like in Africa? What are some of the main challenges that's there for tech?
So I think Africa here is always different from the rest of the world. I
Yeah.
mean, some people like, if they haven't been here, like they don't understand how everything works here. But Africa is just, it's kind of like different from the rest of the world. So if you take Africa for example, you grow up in a community where there's not a lot of tech and tech related things, and
Mhm.
you just grow up in a community. If they ask you to just go around the community and just find even five developers, you can't.
Yeah.
Just five, but you can't. So you just, so if you start to pick something, if you just start to do anything relating to tech and that kind of stuff, you are kind of like, you are alone. There's no
Mhm.
community for you to just join. You are just alone there. So
Yeah.
the community is just, there's no community.
What
Or
challenges have
basically, this, or basically, I'm just talking about where I'm from, like my
yeah.
community. Maybe I don't know about the other places.
Mhm. What so is that like the challenges you face and then the challenges like everybody else face around you, basically?
So basically, what I can talk is about myself. I don't know about
Yeah.
someone
Other
else's
people.
challenge, but that was my challenge. And I think this, when I started to like, I didn't have a mentor, and then I didn't have anyone to just guide me. So I struggle a lot. So going into front end, I can honestly say that it took me like 5 years for me to just learn everything about front end. Because when I started, I think if I had a roadmap, and then I knew what I wanted in the first place, like I
Mhm.
would have I would have been ahead of my
Yeah.
current situation right now, because I would have known like where I'm going, my destination, and I would have just go directly rather
It's
than learning
it's
a lot of, because I've learned back in a lot of things, and now I'm not using them.
yeah. I mean, that's some schools. You'll go to school and then just learn things and then not end up using those things you learned and then so yeah. But do you see yourself mentoring others that wants to get into tech?
So even currently, I'm mentoring some people.
Hmm.
I'm mentoring some people. Like I have a YouTube channel, so people
Oh, okay.
always reach out to me, and then.
Yeah.
So currently, I'm mentoring people.
Are you at some point in the future trying to open your own firm? Or would you more so do you more so like working with companies?
So I think I enjoy working for myself more than anything.
Yeah.
For me, I cannot talk about, I cannot talk for everyone, but I think for me, I just enjoy working for myself rather than working for a company. I just enjoy
Yes.
working for myself, and I think my freedom is always like it's always the most important thing for me.
Yeah.
So I think I like working for myself.
Okay. Is this something you see yourself doing for a long period of time?
Please, what did you say?
I'm sorry, is tech something you see yourself doing for a long period of time?
I think tech is. I think I'm going to spend the rest of my life doing tech because it's basically what I enjoy doing more than anything else.
Yeah.
Even if I'm married, but I'm still going to do tech
What
because
if
now
what if
it's in my
AI is
bloodstream. It's in
what
my
if
DNA, and now I cannot take it off.
yeah, of course. Say AI start taking over and now they're taking over the tech industry. You'll still be into
So
it.
let me sit back. Let me sit there, relax, and answer the question. So we are talking about AI, right?
Yeah.
So I think AI cannot completely like replace even developers,
Yeah.
right? Because look, the AI can create a website, can create an application. They
Mhm.
can create an AI to create an application. But what people don't know is that creating an application or a system is, it doesn't just means the interface and then the
Yeah.
function, but rather how the application connects with what the users. And
Hmm.
with this, you need real humans. Because when we are creating an application, take the UI for example, they have to conduct research, right? They have to conduct research for the people they are targeting, the people they are creating the application for. They have to conduct research and understand those people, their pain points, and then they will try to create the application to fit the needs of what those people. And with
Hmm.
this, the AI cannot get up and go and understand those people and try to create the application for them. So
Yeah.
AI cannot complete. AI can help. It will help, like it will ease the work of developers, but it cannot completely replace
Yeah.
developers.
You can't replace a human. That's true. They're trying, but it's not possible. You're always going to need humans no matter what.
No
So
matter what, humans will be, the human factor will just be there.
yeah. Um, is there any specific topic you would like to discuss or add on to?
So I think recently I've been talking a lot about personal branding,
I'm sorry, what was that?
and I said recently I've been talking a lot about personal brand. So I
Hmm.
think now your personal brand is the most important thing, and most people don't realize it. Like most developers, they don't even realize it. They
Yeah.
ignore that aspect of their life, and then they go on. They are just learning, and then they are looking for maybe gigs, and then they are looking for ways to earn monies and those kind of things.
Hmm.
So when I come into contact with such person, I always tell you, you need to work on your personal brand. Because
Hmm.
look, when you work on your personal brand and then you develop a strong personal brand, you wouldn't have to go after chase after opportunities, but the
Yeah.
opportunities themselves will find you. They'll come to you.
Yeah.
So you need to work on your personal brand. So this is what I always tell a lot of people just working out. And then I see people and they're like, oh, I'm just starting out and I don't know what to offer.
Hmm.
And I always tell you, you can offer what you are learning, right? You are learning something today. Maybe it's HTML, CSS, JavaScript, just what you are learning. Maybe I'm done with this topic. Maybe I'm done with functions today. I can go on talks about function, right? Maybe it's my YouTube channel or maybe my LinkedIn post or something. I can talk about function, then I can post it. right? And that
Mhm.
is what a personal brand. Everybody would have a personal brand, right?
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to accept the fact, but if you have a profile online, you have a
Yeah.
personal brand. It
Yeah.
just depends on how you are using it. Are you using it like to go on TikTok and watch videos with your personal brand, or to
Yeah.
use it to create some kind of like an impact on your life?
Hmm.
So I always say this: work on your personal brand.
Yeah. That's true. Because you always want to have something to bring to the table. Because, okay, in your words, would you say the tech space is competitive?
So I think human beings we like complaining.
Yeah.
Like no matter the space they put human being, they'll complain. They'll say that it's
Hmm.
competitive. No matter the space, the nature,
Yeah.
if they send us to the food industry, but we say it's competitive. Human beings we just like what complaining. But like I said, if you develop your
Yeah.
personal brand is just what makes you unique and what makes you different from others. So if you follow the generic process and you are like everybody, they will notice you, right?
Right.
Imagine we are in a room and everybody is wearing a black shirt and
Mhm.
someone is wearing a white shirt. Who will they notice?
You say if you're in a room of what?
We are in a room, right?
Yeah.
And we are lined up with
Hmm.
black shirt. We are all wearing black shirts. And
Hmm.
there's someone wearing a white shirt. Who will
Yeah.
they notice in the room?
The white shirt.
Definitely the white shirt,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So that's what you should target. In a competitive world or in a competitive environment, you don't want to follow the generic process. You want to
Yeah.
be different from everybody.
You want to
And we
stand
all
out.
have we all have our unique characters, our unique features. We all have something that makes us different. And
Right.
that's what you want to be targeting, what makes you different. We are all different. I don't
Yeah.
care where you are from, we are all different. We have different challenges. Like the road I took to get to this destination, someone
Mhm.
took a different road.
Right. Right. Some people work hard for theirs, and some people it's pretty much handed to them. So yeah. But is there any other topic you would like to discuss? I feel like I'm out of questions.
No, you are interviewing, you ask the questions, I'll sit and answer. Or you want
Okay.
me to be asking you the questions?
No, I mean I feel like we've pretty much covered what I was trying to talk about. But
Then the
again,
interview went too quick.
yeah. I mean, we've already talked about the advice you would give to upcoming um, tech. So, I mean, if there's nothing else you'd like to talk about, we can end it here. But it was really nice having a conversation with you. I like, the
Next
energy.
next time next time look for 100 questions and bring.
100 questions.
Because
Okay.
when I
Okay.
start to talk, I want to talk a lot.
Okay, noted.
Because
Next time.
if there's a lot of things on my brain I cannot see. So I want to just bring
Okay.
them out and
We'll
relax.
definitely schedule
So
another one. I'll have a list of questions
next time bring
covered.
me a list of 100 questions.
Okay. Hard questions too to get
Hard
you
questions.
thinking.
I want hard questions. A question that will take me maybe 1 minute to think before I start to answer the question.
That'll be a long video.
That'll be a long.
5 hours.
You
Prepare
look for a
yourself.
free time.
Yeah. But it was really nice having a conversation with you. Our main goal is just to get you guys exposed to, the tech space, the tech environment, just bring, the talents out. So it was really nice having a conversation with you. Would you please state your name for us one more time?
I think before I add my name, I want to talk about this too.
Okay, go ahead.
And I think when I see females in the tech industry,
Hmm.
like I'm always happy.
Yeah.
Like we grow up in a world like females, they are not noticed. Like people don't notice them. And
Yeah.
then so if I just see a female just trying hard, like I'm always happy. And then I think some of the females they always start like they always doubt themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know about the men. You know, we men we like hardcore challenges. You just take a
Yeah.
road, they are talking, and you don't care. But you know,
That's the
ladies are,
nature. They're
you
supposed
know,
to.
and ladies too, they are like they are emotional. They take their emotions seriously. You can just, if you like, if a lady starts to do something and then they criticize her, just war, like
Yeah.
the energy will just calm down. So
Yeah.
always, my advice for the ladies is that, like, whatever they want to do, like, they should always believe that they can do it, and they shouldn't
Yeah.
listen to anyone like the negative comments. Even we get the negative comments when you are
Yeah.
like starting out. There are there are people you just don't understand human beings. Human
Yeah.
beings, you know, human beings. They say human beings they are not logical creatures. That human
Mhm.
beings are creatures of emotion. They are not logic. Sometimes a human being, like, for example, I can be having a bad day today. So if I'm
Mhm.
having a bad day today, and then I go online and then I saw your video, I can just dispose whatever I have for your video and just
Yeah.
talk anything. That's how human beings are. So you
Yeah.
should always understand like human beings. So if you are going into tech, content creation and all that, if you are putting yourself out for the world to see, people will criticize you. It depends
Yeah.
on how you take those what, how you just take those feedbacks and how you process them. So you should always ignore those that talk bad about you and just focus
Right.
on the goal and always trust the process because it will work,
Of
right?
course. Yeah.
Everything will always work out the way you want. That's if you trust the process and then you hold on to the pain and then you persevere.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate it. Um, I wish you all the best in your tech career. Next time, for sure, I will have 100 questions. But
I will be waiting for round two.
no problem. Would you please state your name for us one more time?
My name is Abdul Wahab, and I'm a front-end developer. And I think my goal is just to help junior developers become more productive and line their own successful businesses online. That's basically my goal.
That's
And
really
then I'll be
amazing.
waiting for you next time. So
Of course.